All right, I'm Officer Rice from Red Granite Correctional Institution. Franklin Connor Rice is my actual name. Been in corrections for 4 years as of October 3rd, 2016.
You've been in the Department of Corrections for 4 years. What prisons have you worked for?
I have officially worked at Red Granite Correctional, which I'm at now. I started at Fox Lake Correctional Institution. As part of ERU, I've responded to Lincoln Hills, Columbia Correctional Institution, and also Waupun.
And you mentioned ERU there. What is ERU?
ERU is the Emergency Response Unit. In layman's terms, the SWAT team for a correctional institution. Any large-scale emergencies, my tactical team would be the one responding and taking care of that.
Are you glad to be a part of that? Is that something that you enjoy?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Why did you get into corrections to begin with?
I was fresh out of high school. I knew I wanted to pursue law enforcement. And honestly, my girlfriend at the time, now wife, said, yeah, they got open interviews, so you should go do that.
What is your favorite part of being a correctional officer?
My favorite part of my job would be ERU, honestly. I mean, I go to work, I honestly love my job. Most days, there's some days that really test my patience. But I absolutely love ERU. So, responding to emergencies would be the answer to your question.
And then what is your least favorite part of your job?
Paperwork. Hands down.
What's the most stressful part?
There's a lot of different kinds of stress that are involved in this job. The most frequent that you're going to run across is actually other staff. Dealing with it. It's a lot like high school in a sense that people can't stay out of other people's business. Can't just go to work and get along with people. So if you can keep your nose out of staff's drama, you're doing pretty good.
And how do you cope with all that?
You got to learn how to leave it at the door. You can't take it home with you, or the job's going to kill you.
Do you think that being a correctional officer is a good career for younger people to get into?
No. And that's coming from somebody that started this at 18. There's a lot of people that made mistakes and took things too far with inmates, such as personal relationships, bringing contraband items in for inmates, and 90% of them are under the age of 25. I think it's all based on the person and your personal maturity level, but no, I don't think it is a good career path until you have matured a little bit.
What do you think the purpose of corrections is?
Well, the textbook answer is to reduce the recidivism rates and rehabilitate people because they're at a low point in their life when they come in. My answer is just keep people locked up that need to be locked up. Purpose of my job is keep them inside the fence.
So you don't think that the prison system has done its job in rehabilitating inmates?
Rehabilitation is a personal thing. I can't force you to be rehabilitated for something. That's your own personal choice.
Do you think that this career will get harder as you get older?
I don't see it as getting harder as it gets older. I see the dynamic of my job changing as I get older. Because right now, my post inside the correctional institution, I'm a Team 1 responder, so basically all I do all day is wait for fights or medical emergencies or what have you to pop off, and I go deal with it, and I love that. But I can't see myself at 50 years old running down the road dealing with somebody fighting. I'm just going to want to sit in a tower or something. So no, I don't think it's going to get harder.
What is a typical day like for a prison guard?
it's all different for all posts, but for my post, show up at 5:40 in the morning. Right now, get temperature scanned in. Go get my equipment. Listen to any pertinent information from the person I'm relieving. Being there was a fight last night, or we did this lockup, or what have you, and then I'll go probably make a pot of coffee. Do count on one of the housing units and just wait for something to pop off. That's about my day.
To speak to the temperature scans, how has COVID-19 affected your job?
Oh, it turned the institution on its head, like by far. I mean, it limited movement. It limited how many inmates we could have in a certain area at a certain time. I've never seen anything like this, and I hope it is just about over, because it's really putting a strain on just about every institution.
Do you enjoy your job as a correctional officer?
Parts of it, absolutely. There's always parts of any job that you're not going to like, but I love my job. Really do.
You already spoke to leaving your problems at the door for most stresses, but for some stresses it's not that easy. How do you cope with some of the traumatic events that you may witness on the job that just come with being a correctional officer?
So, yeah, you're going to see a lot of things that in this job that nobody else is. I mean, you're not going to go to McDonald's and see somebody die. You might, but chances are a lot lower. It hits everybody different, and they have programs within the institution, each institution throughout the entire Department of Corrections, like peer supporters. If you need help, it's available. I mean, everybody wants to play macho man, but when you do CPR on another human being, I mean, watching a human being die, that's really is something that can hit close to home. Doesn't matter who it is. But yeah, if you need help, absolutely speak up. I mean, you'll find yourself losing sleep at night just because of what you've seen. I mean, they'll make sure you get the help you need.
So do you think that the programs they offer to help you deal with that are adequate for the situations that you deal with?
Yeah, I do. Like I said, everybody's different in what they've seen. A lot of things don't get to me, just the way I'm wired. But it's the peer support's more of a first step sort of thing, really. Because if you need, say, therapy or something, they will pull you out of your job, and you can go on paid leave, and they will actually get a therapist for you. And I believe it's like 2 or 3 free sessions that they'll pay for. I mean, mental health has really been in a big spotlight since I started in corrections, and I know it hasn't always been that way, but it's the more that they're studying suicide rates that are tied into this job, which is scary high. They probably thought, maybe it could do with some people's mental health.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to someone who's just starting out?
Ask questions. I mean, coming into corrections is a big learning curve. You're going to go through all sorts of training that's just going to be pounding knowledge into your head, and you're going to forget just about all of it. You'll have people like me. I'm an FTO that I went through training in the institution just to train people. I enjoy it. Ask questions. I mean, that's the only way you're really going to figure out what you're doing. That and stick to it. I mean, you're going to figure out that you don't like some people, and a lot of people don't like new staff because they don't want to put in the time to train people. And keep your head down, keep doing your job, do it to the best of your ability, and when you mess up, own up to it. You'll get through it. I mean, if I can do it, just about anybody can.